According to the Memorandum of Understanding signed between Iraq and the United Nations, $2,000 million worth of Iraqi oil exports every 6 months will be partly used to supply the Iraqi people with food, medicine, and other basic needs. At present, Iraq has 2 facilities to export oil, one from the north, from the Kirkuk oil fields, all the way through Turkey to the Jihan port on the Mediterranean. The second is this terminal, Al-Bakr oil terminal. During the initial period of implementing the agreement with the United Nations, Iraq will be allowed to export around 800,000 barrels per day, 450,000 from the north through the Turkish pipeline, and the remaining 350,000 barrels from here. This is far less from Iraq's current export capacity of 2.5 million barrels per day, which it hopes to reach within a year's time.
We hope, according to the Resolution 986 and according to the Memorandum of Understanding, there will be a review after 3 months by the Secretary General assessing the humanitarian situation in Iraq and if the amount of money will be increased. So we are hoping very much that this figure will be, if not doubled, at least it will be 50% more. So we are hoping to export oil approximately 1.2 to 1.6 million barrels a day. This is according to the Memorandum of Understanding. Duration now is 6 months. We hope after the expiry of the 6 months, we will have paragraph 22 with high probability will be implemented. If paragraph 22 is implemented as we are hoping, then we have no ceiling on the export, so we will be able to export all our current capacity of export.
Iraq's full return to the oil market, the minister says, will not cause a collapse of prices for 2 reasons. The first, Iraq being a co-founder of OPEC, feels responsible to maintain the stability of the oil market and the interests of other OPEC members.
This is number 1 factor. Number 2, we knew that Iraq, since 1990, has a good share in OPEC, which is 3.14 at the time, and now should be 3.5 million barrels a day. So we expected that the OPEC members, knowing that Iraq has been under a sanction regime now almost 6 years, when Iraq returns to the market, they will accommodate and they will welcome, from a responsibility point of view and from a collective point of view, welcome Iraq so that there will not be a problem in accommodating Iraq.
Iraq's current proven reserve ranks 2nd in the world, and its pre-war production of 3.5 million barrels per day was too low for such a vast reserve.
So we are hoping in about 5 to 7 years from today to be able to produce approximately 6 million barrels a day. This is in conformity with the increase in world demand on oil, because now world demand on oil is increasing about 1 to 1.5 million barrels a day a year. So in about, for example, 10 years from now, you have to, not only Iraq, but oil-producing countries have to produce approximately another, say, 10 to 15 million barrels a day additional. And Iraq is an important factor in this. So Iraq have to increase its production from even the pre-war, which was, as I said, export 3, production 3.5. So we hope to increase another 3 million barrels a day in 5 to 7 years from now. And I think this will be accommodated comfortably by the oil market when it happens.
To be able to do this, Iraq needs a lot of investment to develop its oil industry and has reached advanced stages of concluding agreements and signing contracts with international oil companies, including the development of its export facilities. Historically, the 2 great rivers, the Tigris and the Euphrates, used to run all the way down to the Arabian Sea. The presence of 2 oil terminals in their old passageways could indicate that, like water, oil would also give life. For the CNN World Report, This is Ahmed Al-Mukhtar from Iraq Television.